we're going to listen to the post-fight interview of Deontay Wilder, and then we're going to talk about the fight.
Christine Leahy, you see right there in the ring with the champ, Christine.
Deontay, congratulations defending your title in front of your hometown fans. Is there anything that you would like to say to them? You probably could have taken Chris out in the 4th or 5th round. Why did you let him hang around as long as you did?
Oh man, I had to, as you can see, I got my Ali float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Rip Muhammad Ali. But I wanted to give you guys a knockout, but I broke my hand and I tore my muscle in my right hand, so I couldn't show it because Chris is a tough man. So I had to fight like a champion do, man, and use my jab all night and display a great jab and a great show. Like I said, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee, man. I'm sorry.
Next up, you'd like to unify the division. Do you want Anthony Joshua up next, or do you want to wait for the winner of Klitschko and Fury?
Man, my goal is to unify the division. I'm one of the baddest, one of the hard-hitters, hitting heavyweights in the business. Right here from Alabama, baby. And so whoever got those belts, that's who I want. As you can see, it don't matter what, it don't matter if I got a broken hand, got a torn muscle, whatever, I'm still gonna fight because that's what champions do. So, with that being said, I don't play boxing, no matter what. So, of course I want the Furies, of course I want the Joshua, but the question is, do they want me?
Deontay, congratulations. Brian, we'll send it back over to you.
That's a good question. By the way, he has a broken hand. He did that with a broken hand? That's impressive, man.
Okay, first, we don't know exactly what's going on with his hand. He says it's broken. We don't know when it was broken. Was it broken before the fight? Whatever the case may be. If you must understand that Wilder was supposed to fight on May the 21st against his WBC mandatory challenger, Alexander Povetkin. So this fight with Chris Arreola is happening, less than 2 months, after that fight was supposed to happen. Chris Arreola's team stopped the fight. Chris Arreola, after round 5, was starting to take a beating. In my opinion, Chris Arreola didn't fight the right fight. In rounds 1 and 2, I thought to myself, maybe Chris Arreola is trying to look for the perfect punch. Because what I noticed was this was the most careful Chris Arreola ever fought from what I've seen in his career. And I was thinking to myself, is he doing this because he's really trying to make the best of this title fight? Because truth be told, Chris Arreola may never get another title fight again. Remember, he fought Vitaly Klitschko for the title, the WBC title. He fought Birmingham to be the #1 contender for a vacated WBC title by Vitaly Klitschko. Then he got another shot against Birmingham for the WBC title and got knocked out. So, it was kind of a gift that he got this fight, especially with the fact that he failed a drug test for marijuana for his last fight against Travis Kaufman, which was last year, and then before that got somewhat of a gift decision against Fred Cossie. But he is an Al Heyman fighter, and also it is heavily rumored that he's in debt to Al Heyman. For example, his purse for this fight was $150,000, and on social media, a lot of boxing fans were thinking like, well, damn, that's pretty low. When according to the Alabama State Athletic Commission, Wilder was making $1.4 million, and Arreola just $150K. But we're not going to get into that right now. The point I'm trying to make is Wilder looked good, and you can say this is a past prime Arreola. What is Arreola, about 34 years old right now? Wilder fought a good fight, and also he answered a lot of questions about, how he looks on the inside. Now, of course, when it came to that knockdown that he had against Chris Arreola, it was kind of wild as far as he was hitting him all on the neck and on the shoulders and things like that. But still, he got the knockdown. You can't take away from that. But Chris Arreola is not particularly defensively skilled. He's not a defensive fighter. So, I wonder to myself, once again, still, how would he look against Alexander Povetkin? Now, we've learned that from the Jason Gavin fight, from the Bermain Stavern fight, from the Eric Molina fight, from the Johan Duhaupas fight, and it's all in chronological order, all the way up to this Chris Arreola fight. Deontay Wilder has improved, but the heavyweight division is deep right now with a lot of good boxers, and frankly, even though Chris Arreola was a good, solid opponent, Chris Arreola is not a Tyson Fury. Chris Arreola is not a Vladimir Klitschko. Chris Arreola is not a Joseph Parker. Chris Arreola is not an Anthony Joshua. Chris Arreola is not, a Alexander Povetkin. Chris Arreola is not an Andy Ruiz. Chris Arreola is not a Luis Ortiz. Chris Arreola is not a who else? What other heavyweights out there that I'm missing? It's time for him to step it up. And truth be told, he was ready to step it up. He was going to make a career high $4.6 million to fight Alexander Povetkin. But Alexander Povetkin failed the drug test for a drug that's not, that doesn't have enough scientific data to prove that it's a performance-enhancing drug. It's a weird, complex thing, because what I've noticed is there's a lot of misinformation and a lot of people who are not educating themselves on the meldonium, but also, how I feel that Deontay Wilder jumped the gun with the lawsuit. Because Deontay Wilder is suing Alexander Povetkin, for lost wages. And he didn't lose any wages because the money's in escrow. And also, Deontay Wilder decided to file the lawsuit before the official WBC, ruling on the situation. So, now Alexander Povetkin's team and his promoter, who's just so happened to be a billionaire, is suing Deontay Wilder for $35 million. $34.5 million, and it's a very, very serious situation. And despite how you look at it, you don't gotta listen to me. Go research the shit yourself. And don't listen to people on YouTube. I'll say that. Don't listen to people on YouTube, because some people have motives. What I'm saying is Deontay Wilder's in some deep shit with this whole Povetkin situation. But I look at it like this. Deontay Wilder, even though he didn't mention Povetkin's name, he's going to have to fight Povetkin next, whether you like it or not, or whether you want to believe it or not, or whether you don't like Russian athletes, because Russian athletes have a bad reputation for being cheaters. This is a complex situation. And I feel that Deontay Wilder's in a situation where he's going to have to fight Povetkin. And when it comes to the Anthony Joshua fight, Anthony Joshua is going to have to fight Joseph Parker, unless, Joseph Parker decides to go another route. And then after that, sometime in, if Wilder beats Povetkin, sometime in the early summer, he'll be fighting Anthony Joshua, because Anthony Joshua is signed now with Showtime, and of course, in the United States, and of course, overseas, he's signed with Sky Sports, who is Eddie Hearn. And the main reason why he signed with Showtime over here in the States, Showtime is televising his fights, is so that they can build up a big pay-per-view for Deontay Wilder versus Anthony Joshua in the States, in Las Vegas, on Sky Sports pay-per-view and Showtime pay-per-view, which will bring her a lot of money for both fighters. But I'm launching a website, and people have been wondering why I haven't been doing videos. The website's going to be done at the very beginning or first week of September, guaranteed now. I wanted to have it done, by August, but it's just not going to work out like that. Once I get the, once we get the name and the logo and everything finalized, you'll have more issues on it. But this is not a bullshit website. It's just not a website just to have a website. You'll see people who have websites, channels that are bigger than mine, but their websites are bullshit. I'm pulling out, like all resources, and I'm just going to leave it at this. There's a lot of major shit going on. And for those who have been following me, I'm not doing videos as much as I used to. It's because I have major plans. And plus, I'm going to be 33 years old next month. I'm not just doing this shit as a hobby. I have major plans for boxing. And you just have to stay tuned to get more information. I'm T Street Controversy. This is T Street Controversy Live. I cover every single major fight live. Please subscribe. I'm going to pump out some more videos. In fact, I'm going to do a live stream sometime within the next 24 hours. And we're going to talk about all the boxing news that's been going on as far as Smith versus Canelo, Brook versus Golovkin, of course, Wilder versus Povetkin, Miguel Cotto's next fight, Pacquiao versus Danny Garcia or Adrian Broner, or what they're saying now, maybe Keith Thurman, the Jesse Vargas situation. So please subscribe, follow me on Twitter. All the links to my social media are right down below in the description box. This is T Street Controversy. This is T Street Controversy Live. Please subscribe.